Well, hi there, food friends. It's Kevin.
Hi there, and I'm Ralph behind the camera.
And welcome to Cavalcade of Food, Cavalcade Cocktails, number 3.
Pure gin? Oh, there's going to be more to it.
There will be more. We are going to do, Ralph, a Gin Rickey.
As opposed to a Gin Lucy.
So we've got our classic Burke's cocktail book, first edition from 1934. And Gin Rickey was number 7 on the cocktail hit parade back in 1934.
I've always liked the name. I've never had one, so I'm curious to see what's in it.
Well, it's a pretty simple recipe, at least Mr. Burke's. And it calls for gin and lime juice. So he says we want the juice of 1 lime. Okay?
One whole lime.
One whole lime. So that actually, depending on the lime, it could be a lot of juice. Whenever you juice fruit, you want to do so when the fruit is at room temperature.
Oh.
You get more out of it.
Good to know.
Yeah, it'll yield a lot more juice.
And our friends watching may remember you did an episode not too long ago just on juicers.
I did. That's right. So, okay, so here is our, I'm going to put this aside. Here's our lime juice.
Juice from 1 whole lime.
So, what we do is we're going to take 2 ounces of gin. One thing that's been a common theme in these old recipes from 1934, Ralph, is the prevalence of gin drinks.
Why is that?
I don't know. I think gin was just more popular then. Now we would think of, a lot of vodka drinks and, of course, whiskey. And there's a fair amount of whiskey drinks on the list, but a lot of gin. So you've got 2 ounces of gin. That's going in. Then we have our juice from 1 whole lime. That is going to go in.
That'll make you pucker.
Right? And then we want to put some ice in there. So let's do that.
If the penguins will allow.
And the penguin ice, we're going to ask our food friends, because what I've been trying to do is when we do these cocktails, I like to use a different ice bucket each time. This is a very famous one called the Penguin. Now this is an early one. You'll notice that it has wooden handles. These also came with a plastic kind of Bakelite handle on the sides and on the lid. But this one is wood. And I have the plastic one as well, but I just grabbed this one. But it's just such a, look at that.
Classic.
Isn't that beautiful?
Classic. And we're going to one day do a episode just on ice buckets.
Yes, we will. Okay, I'm going to put some ice in here, and what we want to do is, this is a drink that is stirred, not shaken. Okay.
If you've seen some of the previous episodes of the Cavalcade Cocktail Hour, you'll notice Kevin was counting the actual number of shakes. Are you counting the number of stirs on
No,
this?
he does not specify. He just says ice, stir. Okay? So I have done that. Then he says we're going to add some carbonated water. Okay? We're going to fill an 8-ounce glass with carbonated water. All right?
So like a club soda, basically, right?
Yeah. I'm going to put that in there. And that should do it.
That's it?
That's it.
Oh my goodness. Don't you need to strain out the ice?
No, it doesn't say strain. So, if somebody knows something I don't, let me know. But here's to you.
Here's to you. Here's mud in your eye. Here's gin in your gullet.
Ooh, boy.
Limey?
Limey. A little. You get the, from the seltzer, you get the sparkle. And then the gin. This is such a delicious summer kind of a drink.
See my hand?
Now, what I'm going to try to do here, Ralph, is...
Ooh, oh my God, it's very tart.
It's tart because it's got the lime juice in it.
Isn't there a version with sugar that's like a gin fizz?
That's a gin fizz. I am going to strain this into a cocktail glass.
I love lime, just lime and water. So
and try it without the ice. Yeah. Wow. That's
refreshing.
That's refreshing. But if you don't like lime, you're not going to like this because the lime is very prevalent. It's like a gimlet is gin and Rose's lime juice, which is very sweet.
Yes.
This has no sweet. This has just got the
lime,
the punch of the lime.
The punch and the pucker.
So this is a Gin Rickey with and without ice. So couldn't be simpler.
Yeah, that was quick.
I mean, right? But what fun. Here's another great old shaker strainer combination.
With recipes?
Ralph. With some recipes, not many. Whiskey sour, martini, a daiquiri, Old Tom Collins. Oh, yeah. Now,
I seem to remember that being kind of a sweet drink.
Well, it does have sugar in it. So, but this is obviously they didn't. Back in 1934, Tom Collins hadn't come along quite yet. We will, after we work through some of these 1934 cocktails, we'll have to fast forward 30 years and look at 1964 cocktails. Wouldn't that be fun?
And then the Harvey Wallbanger.
And the Tom Collins and the Mai Tais.
The zombies.
The zombies. Oh my gosh, all those wonderful tiki drinks.
But this is a very good summer drink because it is, I think it would kind of cool your jets if you were hot in the summer.
Definitely does. Yes, definitely a refreshing drink. And like I said, it's got the wonderful lime flavor.
Keep away from flames.
You almost don't taste the gin.
Yeah, you're right. I was going to say it's not one of those.
It's like a limeade.
Yeah.
So
I'd be interested in trying one with some little sugar, like a gin fizz. But what fun to have our friends with us when we're making these fun cocktails. Just don't forget to drink responsibly. Always have something to eat with your drinks when you're serving them to friends. And when you're with us, it's like a little mini party. So
that's what I feel like, and I think I like the fact that I'm really doing some of these cocktails, Ralph, because one, we're finally into summer. Two, we're gradually coming out of this kind of lockdown funk that we've been in for the past year and a half because of the pandemic. And we're seeing people a little bit more. We're feeling a little, cautiously,
safer,
but a little more safe, a little freer to do things.
There's an air of celebration, and
absolutely
people are coming back together. And
so a great way to do it is to share some wonderful drinks and some food with friends and people you love. So
Good
you
times.
know what? We want to say thank you for being a part of this episode and spending time with us. If you like what we do here, please share, like, subscribe.
Leave us a comment. Tell us what kind of drinks you remember from the old days, or maybe if your current favorite is something you want to share.
Yes, absolutely. And maybe, what you're mixing up these days. And we will look forward to seeing you again real soon, right here on Cavalcade of Food. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.